From the Crap TV studios in beautiful North Hollywood, California, comes the new game show that's sweeping the nation, North Hollywood Cubes. With special guest stars, Dixon, Natasha Detmer, Kiel Holmes, Mary Weiss, Greg Kufera, the boy genius, Chuck Klausmeyer, George Ackles, Dave Volpe, and Fred Applegate in the center cube. One of these stars is sitting in the mystery cube, and the contestant that picks it first is that just happens to be sitting on a shelf somewhere here at the Crap TV. And here's the master of North Hollywood Cubes, Mr. Bill Holmes. Hey, everybody! Hey, we're back! Hey. We're back live! Woo. Welcome! Yeah, welcome to North Hollywood Cubes. Holy mackerel. Hello, stars! Hi, stars! Hey, there they are. Look at it. They all came out tonight to play. It's good to have everybody here. We got Peg Radcliffe out there, Debbie Holmes, my sister's out there. Hopefully, my brother Scott is on the road fighting reptiles. He's on the road fighting reptiles. Ask him about that. Hey, let's not forget that tonight's show is live, so anything can happen, and it usually does. Please tell your friends about our website, craptv.online. There you can find all our social media accounts, our QR codes, as well as chat, while you watch the show. We want to get more people on here chatting tonight. Choose any platform you like to watch the show, or just watch it right here on the site itself at craptv.online, okay? All right, well, let's get started with the game and welcome our first contestant. She comes to us from somewhere right down the street in Burbank, California, Zoe Mocanon. Zoe, did I say that correctly?
Unfortunately, you did.
There we go. It's taco time.
I've drawn a picture of you.
Oh, you did a little picture of us. Thank you. Thank you for that. We'll hang that up in the studio. Zoe, tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Zoe Mocanon, as you correctly pronounced it. This is my first time on the show. When you were explaining the rules, I was not listening. I was drawing this. So let's see how this goes.
Oh, good. Good for you. I'm sure you're going to do really well. All right. Well, let's go to our next contestant from somewhere else in L.A. Actually, he's out in the lobby right now, I think. Mr. Neil Tucker, ladies and gentlemen, Neil Tucker. Neil, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, you said my name correctly as well. I was also not listening. During the rules. I was playing with this amazing rubber band ball that I found. It should be fun.
Well, and that's valuable information that we got from Neil. Okay, well, let's get started with the game. Hey, Neil, I believe your wife is in the live studio audience. Oh, wait, no, Shane started leaving right when I said the live studio audience. Shane, let's say it. Oh, there she is right there. The live studio audience. Stick your faces in there, live studio audience. Let's see. Oh, there they are. Okay, all right. There we are for Taco Night. Now Shane's going to go somewhere, apparently. I don't know. I guess were you going to do a bit? Were you doing a bit? Okay. Okay. All right. Hey, hey, JoJo Hendrickson just tuned in. Charlotte Nelson. Chuck, I think that's yours. Charlotte Nelson is yours, I think, Chuck. Okay, well, let's get started with the game. Wait a minute. I can't get started with the game. Who else is tuned in? Where are you at, Shane? Sue Grasnick. Oh, Sherry Sprosty just tuned in. Fred's wife out in New York there. Okay, now Shane is back. Let's get started with the game. The object of the players is to get 3 cubes in a row across, up or down, or diagonally. Now, it's up to them to figure out whether the stars are giving a correct answer or making one up. That's how they earn the cube with either a kiss or a hug. Each completed game is worth $2.50. Player that wins the most cash at the end of 2 or 3 rounds will win the grand prize of the evening, a check for $50 from my brother Scott Holmes at Scott Holmes Cabinetry in Antioch, Illinois. Scott Holmes Cabinetry. Give your dishes a good Holmes. That's a new one. That's a new.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
You see what I did? Okay, all right.
Yep.
All right, hey, now listen. We used to give away a Carcerum T-shirt like I'm wearing right here because, for our our award-winning audio drama series Carcerum. You can't win a T-shirt anymore, but if you want to get your own Carcerum merchandise, what have we got for him, Bill? The Carcerum branded merchandise T-shirt is just one of many Carcerum branded merchandise items. The only official merchandise of Carcerum, the award-winning fantasy podcast series that's taking the nation by storm. Select from a wide array of T-shirts, hoodies, coffee cups, and much, much more. That's Carcerum branded merchandise. Carcerum Fantasy Podcast Series. Subscribe today. All right, get your merch. Get your merch. Subscribe today. We have over 148,000 downloads so far. So if you haven't downloaded Carcerum, please tell your friends to download it. It's a great series. And also, you can these days you can download Solar too. They could use it. All right, contestants will also be playing for a mystery cube. Ooh. If they happen to pick the mystery cube during the game, they will hear this sound. If they hear that sound, they can win another fabulous prize. Bill, tell them what they could win. Bill, if our contestant picks the mystery cube, they'll also be playing for a Mugshots Voiceover Dr. Blah coffee mug. This mug not only holds coffee, but it holds all kinds of liquids. You can drink any of those liquids, including coffee, from the Voiceover Dr. Blah coffee mug. Hold it in your hand or set it on a table in between sips. You'll always enjoy a hot cup of joe with your Voiceover Dr. Blah coffee mug. There you go. Now the contestant that wins the mystery cube round must come to the studio and pick it up at their convenience, as we cannot afford the postage. Okay. Zoe, I'm looking at Zoe here. You just look bored to tears so far. You look a little bored. Okay.
I just want to do more, bro.
Okay. Keep drawing.
That's how you know she's paying attention, Bill.
Is that it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, George.
Bill, I believe it was because the introduction was the length of the Bible, Bill. You might want to shorten that up a bit.
I should condense that just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Okay,
just a little bit, buddy. Just a little bit.
I'm trying to compete with the shirt. Okay. Okay, contestants, why don't we get started with the game? Chuck's getting impatient. Let's start with the game. We flipped the coin in the backstage, and Hugs won. So, Zoe, that's you. You're going to get to go first. So you get to pick a guest celebrity panelist first. Who would you like to go with in this game of tic-tac-toe?
Only because I love his shirt, I'm going to go with Chuck.
You got to go with Chuck, right? Okay.
That's why I wear it.
Strategically, that is the best play in tic-tac-toe. So, Chuck, let's go to a Chuck Klausmeyer question here. Chuck.
Yes.
Here we go, Chuck. Listen up. The yin-yang is the ancient two-part Chinese symbol that represents the balance between man and woman. Which is the female part, the yin or the yang?
Well, it seems like the Chinese are very binary. Thank you. I'll be here all night.
Yeah, take home your complimentary.
Whoa, take it easy. Hostile crowd.
Yeah, I know. It's a tough room.
Woo. I honestly, I don't know the answer to this, but yang rhymes with wang, and I would think that would be the dude. So I'm going to go with yin. Yin is the lady.
Okay, Zoe, he says yin is the female portion of the yin-yang. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree with that.
You are correct. You and Chuck are in simpatico. All right, so you get the hug there. We're going to go over to Neil. Neil, who would you like to go to?
All right, this is a tough choice.
Okay.
Let's go with Dave because I was just listening to the Carcera music and it's awesome.
Oh, that's very nice. Okay,
Oh,
Dave
that's very
Volpe,
sweet.
ladies and gentlemen, the composer of Carcerum. He did all the music, and he's a hell of a composer, and he writes music. Oh, there it is right there. Oh,
Thanks, Shane.
oh man. It makes me sleepy when I'm drinking tequila. All right,
Makes me
Dave.
want to do the jig.
Dave, are you ready for this?
Absolutely.
Dave, what year was the first recorded use of OMG? 2005, 1863, 1917, or 1964?
Huh. Well, gosh. I feel like, I mean, it's definitely before 2005 because that's when I graduated college.
Okay.
so
OMG.
I was using it then, that's for sure, and that was on AOL Instant Messenger, but I don't even know what that is anymore. But yeah, I feel like I feel like 1917 because 1863 is too soon, but 64. I just feel like they were cheekier in 1917, like in the almost 20s. You know what I mean?
They were cheekier.
That's what I'm feeling. 1917.
Okay,
Final
Neil, he says 1917. So it was 2005, 1863, 1917, 1964. Do you agree or disagree, Neil? Where are you? You're over here.
I'm right over here.
Yeah.
This is a tough one. I feel like it's definitely 1900s. I'm going to agree. Let's go with 1917.
You are correct, Neil. The first recorded use of it comes from a 1917 letter between Winston Churchill and the first Sea Lord of the Admiralty, Lord Fisher. He even explains that the acronym means, oh my God. Okay, so we got a game. We go back to Zoe. Zoe, who would you like to go with?
Oh boy. I'm gonna go with Fred. Let's go with Fred.
Okay, let's go with Fred. I love little Greg, the boy genius, like, oh, pick me. It's like he's in fourth grade again. pick me.
Little attention.
Okay.
Little attention. So.
All right, Fred Applegate, star of Broadway and television, and he did a film or two in there, I think, as well. Fred, are you ready for this, Fred? Fred, the beard looks good. The beard's looking good. I haven't seen you for a while. You're looking dapper. Okay, here we go, Fred. Fred, you used to drive a Ford Mustang, correct?
I did.
You drive? Yeah, you did. Okay, because I think I bought it from you. Okay.
I think you did, but that's after you backed it into a house.
I did. I kind of had to buy it from you after that, didn't I?
You did, yeah.
Okay. So Fred used to drive a Ford Mustang. More than half of all free-roaming Mustangs in North America are found in what state? This is the actual horse Mustang.
Well, I know from my experience of driving a Mustang, most of them are in the desert outside of Las Vegas, rotting.
Ouch.
So I'm going to go with Nevada.
Nevada. Zoe, he says Nevada.
I'm gonna disagree.
Disagree. If you disagree, you would be incorrect. It is Nevada. So you cannot win the, what are you, a hug? You're a hug? Are you a hug? Yeah. Okay, you don't win the hug. So Neil, you get a kiss there. Jeez, Neil, where do you want to go?
Well, I got to go for the win. I got to go with Allie here.
No, you don't.
Allie Dixon.
And who is the winner? It's really me.
Kara, don't get cocky, kid. Here we go. Okay, Allie Dixon, star of Allie. You're starring in the animated series Croods. Is it The Croods or Croods?
The Croods Family Tree.
The Croods Family Tree on Hulu, and what else? Paramount Plus.
Hulu and Peacock.
Oh, Peacock. Okay, Hulu and Peacock. The Croods. Everybody go tune in, and she's a big time star of that show. Okay, speaking of which, Allie, here we go. The first animated TV show ever
Oh God.
was a show called Crusader Rabbit, and was produced in part by Jay Ward. Think of that name. What iconic characters did he go on to create? So what iconic characters did Jay Ward go on to create?
That sounded like a purposeful cough at me. Was that an accidental one, or was someone hemming me, Natasha?
Well,
Felt
Natasha
judgment from
knew
the
Jay
wiser
Ward. I think she dated him in high school.
Grade school.
Okay, look. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
If he created one of the first animated shows,
Yes.
and then we're talking early, like
Yeah.
pre-Snow White.
Okay.
I'm doing the math in my head because everyone gets mad at me because I have no cartoon knowledge.
Okay. But
So
you're
I'm
in
gonna-
cartoons. I mean, you're a big time cartoon person.
I'm modern, Bill. I'm a modern girl.
Okay.
But the only cartoons I can think of that are older are the one with the coyote
Okay.
and Yogi the bear.
Yeah. The coyote. The coyote.
And then-
There was a very famous character called Coyote in Yogi the Bear. Okay. Go on.
And then, you know what? I knew a lot of, I always think of that Friends reference
Yeah.
where Janice gets the Rocky and Bullwinkle socks for Chandler so she can mix and
There's
match
a big
them.
jump. That's a jump.
So, and you know what? Friends was airing the year I was born. So they had knowledge 30. I'm going to go with Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Rocky and Bullwinkle. I forgot
Those are my
who's
Rocky
playing.
and Bullwinkle.
Okay, Neil, I guess it's you. She says Rocky and Bullwinkle. Jay Ward created the iconic characters Rocky and Bullwinkle, or was it the coyote in Yogi the Bear?
The famous coyote from Yogi Bear.
From Yogi the Bear.
Coyote and the bird.
Do you agree or disagree with Rocky and Bullwinkle?
Okay. I like the reasoning going with Friends.
Do you like my logic?
You can't go wrong with Friends logic.
You really
annoyed
can't.
me.
Oh man,
He keeps asking me back.
it's really tough. I'm gonna disagree.
You're going to disagree, and you're not going to win the game. It was Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Oh,
Allie, I'm so sorry.
That's
Allie,
why
I'm
Natasha
sorry.
coughed.
Jay Ward.
I coughed for Boris and Natasha, for God's sake.
Zoe, you get the hug there. Okay, so who would you like to go with now, Zoe? Can you see the board?
I can see the board. Let's
Okay.
do this, Mary.
Yes.
Okay, Mary Weiss. We go to a Mary Weiss. Mary Weiss, she just moved back to Chicago. She's a star of stage and screen and voiceovers over there. And Chicago's treating you well, except for the humidity, right? Okay.
Woo! Yeah, you forget, and
Yeah.
all it took was one day, and it was like, what?
I'm jealous. I'm jealous. I want to come back and visit you soon, Mary. Okay.
Sure.
All right, Mary.
You're in the
Mary,
basement.
You got a true or false here. Toy Story's
good.
Woody. You know Toy Story. You know Woody and
course.
Toy Story, right? He
Yeah.
he has a full name, and it is Woodster Jones the Third. Is that true or false? Woodster Jones the Third for Woody.
Woodster Jones the Third
Yes.
does not sound like a cowboy. It sounds like a frat boy.
That's true. That's true. It kind of does, doesn't it?
It does. And James Spader would have played him in a 1980s movie. Thank you. I'm going to say false. That
You gotta
just
say false. Okay,
Yeah.
Zoe, she says false.
I too am getting frat boy vibes, so I'm gonna agree with her false.
Do you know the name, Zoe? Do you know the name?
No.
His
I know
name
a
is
lot of frat boys' names though.
his actual name is Woody Pride. Woody Pride. Okay, so you earn that hug right there. And I believe that wins the game. That was for the win. So you got the first round. Zoe gets the first round. Yay, Zoe!
Neil, look, I drew.
Oh my God,
Dixon.
spitting image. Spitting image.
Oh, look at that. She got a
Bring that to tacos, please.
Zoe likes to draw. It's kind of like, I'm at the restaurant. What can I do until the food comes? That's kind of the vibe we're getting. Well, Zoe, you got $2.50 in the bank, okay? And let's just go over to the boy genius for a second. Greg Kufera. Greg, what are you working on these days? Because I know you had a startup company. Is the startup company going well? I haven't talked to you for a while.
Oh, it's still going well. But the thing I'm really excited about today is that 2 days ago, the third episode of Obi-Wan Kenobi came out.
Oh, Obi-Wan Kenobi. And are you on the show, Greg?
I'm on the show, Bill. I'm a
really?
stormtrooper.
Okay, now wait. So describe the scene of the stormtrooper that you are so we can all go tune in and see you. What stormtrooper are you?
I get to serve the Dark Lord, Daddy Vader.
Daddy Vader. Okay.
And
all right. And now in what? Go ahead.
He's my favorite character. I don't know if you could tell, Bill. This is my childhood bedroom.
Okay.
And you can see up there.
There it is. Is it in part 1 or part 2 of the first 2 episodes?
It's in part 3. It's in the third episode. It's in like the last 5 minutes. I'm shooting into a bunch of fire. If you see somebody shooting into a bunch of fire, that's me. Yeah.
You. All right, man. I started watching it, so I'm excited.
Yep.
I'm excited to see you.
It was the best 3 days of my life, Bill. You have no idea. He was so tall and menacing, and he's just my favorite person.
Okay. All right, well,
I can't handle it.
Let's move on to round 2. Zoe, you're ahead in the game, so we're going to give Neil the first choice this time for round 2. So Neil, who would you like to go with first in round 2?
Ooh, okay. We haven't heard from George yet, have we?
We have not. No.
Let's go with George Ackles.
Let's go to George Ackles,
Lord.
everybody. George Ackles. George Ackles, star of video games. You're a big-time video game director now, and soon to be on a live show that we can't talk about yet. But George, here we go. Are you ready for your question, George?
As ready as I'm ever gonna be, Bill. Let's hear it.
Okay, George. True or false? Turtles can breathe out of their butts. I gave you the sophisticated question. George, can turtles breathe out of their butts?
Well, Bill, first of all, I have to say, I believe at one point you established that you were going to ask us questions based on our expertise. And so,
well,
I'm not sure what you're alluding to here, Bill. I'm just going to go, it's my expertise in turtles rather than the other thing.
I didn't have any Ninja Turtles tonight. Usually I'd give that to a Ninja Turtle, but none of them can make it tonight. So you got the Ninja Turtle thing. But
sure.
Seriously, George, can turtles breathe out of their butts?
What a great question, Bill.
Thank you.
Yeah. I have met people who can speak out of their butts, and so they're amphibians, right? They live in the water some of the time.
They have a nose. They have nostrils.
Yeah, no, obviously they got the mouth, but what's with a little flexibility? They go both ways. That's what I'm saying, right?
Okay.
I think they can. Why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Neil, he says that yes, turtles can breathe out of their butts. Do you agree or disagree?
Based purely on the fact that I want it to be true, I'm gonna agree with George.
It's true. Turtles breathe out of their butts. We looked it up, and it's like there's no explanation here. They just can. They just can.
Oh, I have an explanation for you, Bill.
Oh, good. Oh, hey, wait. The boy genius has an explanation of why turtles breathe out of their butts. And then afterwards, I want to know why you know this. Go ahead, tell us the explanation.
This is common knowledge, Bill. I can't believe you don't know this. It's called cloacal respiration.
Okay.
And it's a common thing that happens in animals that hibernate. They get most of their oxygen through their cloaca, which is, in the turtle's case, where it excretes, or its butt.
Well, and that's why you're on the show. Cloaca.
Well, there you go, Bill.
Here's the thing. Cloaca, to me, was Zoe's last name. That's what I thought Zoe's last name was. Cloaca. Oh, look, Zoe drew a little turtle there. Thank you, Zoe. Okay. All right, so that is, wait a minute, I got to mark that off. Okay. Okay, so what do you get, Neil? You got a hug? Did you get a kiss? You got a kiss. Okay. So, Zoe, we're coming to you. Who do you want to go with? Because Neil is playing strategically.
Well, I'm not going to do that. Let's go with Boy Genius, since he knows so much about turtle butts. He must be.
Let's go with the Boy Genius. Greg.
This is going to be great.
Greg Kufera.
No one understands this game.
All right, so Greg, I don't know if the Zoe knows or not, but Greg, you are a physicist, correct?
I studied physics, but I actually graduated in math.
Okay, so you're a math major, but didn't you used to work on the Silicon Valley, and you came up with some of the things on Silicon Valley? You were an advisor.
I did.
Okay, so
I was the reason that they had all those funny technical jokes. It was all me.
Now I need to know, did you do that in the stormtrooper's uniform or not?
No. I don't know how I became a stormtrooper, Bill.
Okay.
It's the best thing that's ever happened to me, and it happened after I was on Silicon Valley.
Okay. All right. Well, here you go. Greg, you ready for this? And Zoe, listen carefully to this one, okay? According to a group of researchers at the University of Hawaii, roughly how many grains of sand are there on Earth? 7 quintillion, 500 quadrillion, 8 sextillion, 500 quintillion, over a googolplex, or 7.
Can you say those numbers again, Bill?
I will say the numbers again.
No, he can't. I can answer this question for him. He cannot say those numbers again. Not after the Fortaleza.
There's a lot of numbers and a lot of tequila mixing here, isn't there?
A lot of aliens in there.
Or were you trying to say my last name?
So this is how many grains of sand are there on Earth? 7 quintillion, 500 quadrillion, 8 sextillion, 500 quintillion, over a googolplex, or 7.
Okay, well, it's definitely not 7 because I've seen more than 7 grains of sand on the surface of the Earth before in my life, so we can scratch that one off.
Okay.
And I don't know if you know about a googolplex, but a googolplex is 10 to the Google, and a Google is 10 to 100, or a 1 with 100 zeros. And a Google is different from the company Google, but it is actually more than the number of some subatomic particles in the universe. So a googolplex is way bigger than a Google, and there are definitely not a googolplex grains of sand on Earth.
Okay.
So it's either 7 quintillion or 8 sextillion. And so those are really close numbers when you're estimating things. And I actually was thinking about this earlier. And
Who are you?
As
Really?
one does.
It's
Yeah,
like,
well,
you're sitting there with mom and dad in Maryland. It's like, hey, Mom, I wonder how many fucking grains of sand there are tonight. You know?
actually, Bill, you joke, but most of my parents are mathematicians.
Okay, all right.
You suck.
Well, anyway, just to keep this short, if we assume that there's 8
I'm sorry,
grains of sand.
Yeah, too late. Way too late for that. It's way too
Bill, if I may, I'm sorry, if I
Yes,
may,
Chuck.
just for one
Yeah, Chuck.
second, I just
Yeah,
want to
Chuck.
say that coincidentally, I saw the movie 7 in a googolplex.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, no, it's
That's
true.
amazing.
It's true. Yeah.
I did this whole calculation, and you guys are interrupting me. I can't
No.
believe it.
Go ahead. You go ahead, Greg. That's why you're here.
Okay. So if we assume that there's 8 billion grains of sand per cubic meter, and if you assume that each continent on Earth has a coastline of length twice the circumference of the Earth, that means that there's 560 million meters of coastline on Earth. And assuming 50 meters of width for each beach and 25 meters of depth for each beach, that means that there's 700 billion cubic meters of sand on Earth, which means if there's 800 billion grains of sand per cubic meter, if you multiply 700 billion by 8 billion, it's 5 times 10 to the 21st, or 5 sextillion. However, each continent definitely doesn't have a coastline of twice the circumference of the Earth. So the answer, I believe,
is
7 quintillion 500 quadrillion.
Okay.
I cannot
all
wait
right.
to see what Zoe was sketching.
Oh, look at Mary.
During that
Chuck, go to
entire...
Mary. We lost Mary. We lost Chuck. Look, Chuck's making food in the back. He's cooking in the back. He's getting a drink. Oh, there's George. George, we lost George. Okay.
Zoe.
You know.
Zoe, I want to know what you were sketching during that entire explanation, because it must have been a masterpiece with that amount of time.
Greg
We're
just
talking
knows
Mona
it.
Lisa level sketches here.
Greg just knows that nobody's ever going to call on him again. So Zoe, he says 7 quintillion 500 quadrillion. Do you agree or disagree?
Well, first of all, I drew Chuck's shirt.
I like that. Okay.
And second of all, as much to everybody's chagrin, I am going to agree with Boy Genius.
You are correct. It is 7 quintillion, whatever the fuck I said. Okay, great. So you earn your hug, and I'm sorry, everybody, we're out of time. We have to end the show now.
Hey, who wants to catch 7 at the Googleplex?
So Neil,
I appreciated it.
Neil, it's up to you. Who do you want to go with, Neil?
All right, let's see. Let's be strategery minded.
Oh,
go with Fred.
Strategery is gone now at this point. Fred Applegate, ladies and gentlemen. Fred Applegate. Okay, Fred, here we go. Hopefully this won't take as long as young Greg gave us. Fred,
it was useful knowledge, Bill. I educated you guys.
No, and we appreciate it. We appreciate it. Shane, make a note not to have Greg back, okay? All right, here we go. All right, so, Fred, Antonio Vivaldi was also known by what nickname? Now, you know a lot about classical music, Fred.
Antonio Vivaldi, aside from being a brilliant musician and composer, ran a school for orphan girls.
I don't know.
That is not
Carcera
Vivaldi.
music.
Okay.
I'm not sure why the Carcera music came on. Oh, okay, there you go.
Oh.
Yeah, he is. He ran a school for orphan girls, so most of them just called him. Could you stop that?
Obviously not.
Fred is over it. Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Fred, go ahead.
The Red Priest.
The Red Priest? A school for orphan girls? And they called him
Yeah,
the
he
Red
ran a
Priest?
school for orphan girls, so most of them actually just called him Dad.
Wow. Coming from the Catholic on the panel. So where are we at? Neil? He says Vivaldi was also, his nickname was the Red Priest.
I have absolutely no idea, but Fred sounded like he knew what he was talking about.
Okay.
Which, so I'm sure I'll agree.
You are correct. The Red Priest. Fred seems to know what the hell he's talking about here. Okay. All right, Fred.
I'm sorry, Bill. Can I just point out that Fred looked like the live action flat face emoji during that?
Sure. Yeah, you can point that out.
Just wanted everyone to be clear. Make sure we were all on the same page. Great.
Okay. All right. Zoe, I see you're coloring and drawing away. Who would you like to go with strategically here? Show her the board there, Shane.
Strategically, let's go with Kiel. Am I pronouncing that right?
It's Kyle.
No.
Kyle.
Kyle.
And go ahead with Kyle. We're going with Kiel Holmes, everybody.
Who would spell Kyle that way?
I would have thought.
Hey, it's not my fault. I had really messed up parents.
But yeah, you must. I mean,
Wait a minute. Wait
insane
a second.
parents.
How do you spell
Absolutely
Kyle?
mean.
Kyle, that's
Kiel
my
and his
wife.
brother Rudder.
That's Alice. That's Alice Holmes. She's the one that spelled it that way. Strategically, Zoe, I would have thought that you would have gone with Natasha for the block, but we'll see if this works out for you. Okay.
I never said I was smart.
Well, no, you seem like a very smart young woman. All right, Kiel Holmes, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Zoe, you don't know this. Kyle's a bit of a baseball expert, okay, especially a Chicago Cubs expert. So keep an eye on this one. Kyle, who holds the Cubs record, the Chicago Cubs record for games played, 2,528 at bats, 9,421 extra base hits, 1,009. Wait a minute, I'm confused about the way this is written.
You're just saying numbers, Bill. You're just saying numbers.
I'm saying a lot of numbers. Who holds the Cubs records for games played at 2,528, at bats 9,421, extra base hits at 1,009, and total bases at 4,706? Who holds that record on the Chicago Cubs, Kyle?
On the Chicago Cubs. Okay. I wouldn't have got this unless you gave me all of those numbers for the record. Okay. Those numbers.
It was
written
absolutely
key.
People went to a lot of trouble to write these damn things. I'm just the numbers.
As an expert in not just baseball, but also the Chicago Cubs,
yes.
This is a home run. This is an easy one. Not only did this individual lead the league in games played or at-bats or extra base hits and total bases, but he was a two-time MVP. You can find a statue of him on Clark Avenue outside of the stadium. And, fun fact, he was the inspiration for Bert's best friend on Sesame Street. I'm talking about Mr. Cub, Ernest Ernie Banks.
Ernie Banks
is the correct answer. Agree with me, Zoe. You will not be wrong.
Zoe, he seems very, very confident about that. Do you know anything about the Chicago Cubs in baseball?
I do not, but I know enough about Kiel to know.
I didn't hear. So do you agree or disagree?
I want to agree with Kiel.
Agree. You agree with Kiel, and you are correct with Kiel. Ernie Banks. Yes, indeed. Ernie Banks. Okay, so you got the hug there, and we go back to Neil. Neil, you got a shot to win the game here. Who do you want to go with?
I'm gonna go with Natasha.
I think you have to, right? Oh, hey, and Natasha is our secret, not our secret, what is it? Our mystery cube. Natasha is the mystery cube. So, Neil, if you get this right, you not only win the game, but you get a voiceover doctor blah-blah-blah mug, too. And, God damn it, you're here. You could actually pick it up while you're here. All right, Natasha.
Get on that postage.
Natasha, you've been acting for a while. You're an actress, and here's a question for you. Two of the first professional stage clowns were William Kemp and Robert Armin. With what theatrical company were these men associated?
Bill and Bob. They were good friends of mine.
Yeah.
We go way back.
Mm-hmm.
Way back. So here's the thing. These actually were really quite remarkable men, and they truly were with Shakespeare's company.
Oh, Shakespeare's company. I was thinking Barnum and Bailey.
Really,
myself,
truly,
but...
really, truly, really, truly.
Okay. So, Neil, she says with Shakespeare's company. Do you agree or disagree?
That was going to be my guess if the question had been posed to me, so I'm going to agree.
You are correct, and not only do you win the mystery cube, you win the game, Neil. So that, I believe that ties us up. Does that tie us up? Oh, shit. Okay, that ties us up. We got to keep playing the game.
We got to keep playing, Bill.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I should have gone with somebody
No,
else.
you're good. Everything's good. Okay, so here we go. We're tied up right now. Everybody's got $2.50. So let's get right into the next game. Neil, since you won that round, we're going to go right to Zoe. Zoe, the mystery cube is gone now, so you can't win the mystery cube. But this is for the win now this round. So who would you like to go with, Zoe?
All right, let's play strategically, and I'm going to go with Fred and start in the middle.
Fred Applegate. Fred, are you ready for this one, Fred? Fred, you were in.
You might be muted.
You were in a production of Young Frankenstein on Broadway, weren't you, Fred?
Yes, I was.
Okay. Fred, what was Mel Brooks's birth name? What was his birth name?
I know this. I believe his mother wanted to name him, "Oh my God, what have I done?" But
That's
father
kind of a
talked
Mel
her
Brooks
out of it.
answer there.
Yeah. There's actually a show, I think it's named after him, The Kaminsky Method.
Okay.
I think his birth name was Melvin Kaminsky.
Okay. He says Melvin Kaminsky. Zoe, what do you say? Agree or disagree?
I'm going to take a chance here, and I'm going to disagree.
You were wrong. You were wrong. His birth name is Melvin Kaminsky. Okay, so Neil, you get that center cube there. Where do you want to go now?
Man. Oh, man. Okay. Is there anybody we haven't heard from?
I think we've heard from everybody, actually.
But everybody? Okay, all right.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So play strategically. It's the third round.
Play strategically? Okay, let's go with Chuck.
Chuck Klausmeyer, ladies and gentlemen. Chuck Klausmeyer. Chuck,
Yes.
we're running long here, so let's get right to the...
I'll keep it short.
No, you don't have to.
The answer is 42, Bill. 42.
No, wait a minute. No, I thought you were talking about the prom night. All right, here we go. Chuck, did George and Martha Washington name their son after anyone famous? Yes or no?
Yes, George Washington.
They named him George Jr., basically?
Yeah, Georgie. Little Georgie, they used to call him. He had the powdered wig and the wooden teeth, the whole 9 yards. It was
Really?
great.
Really?
Yeah,
I
true story.
I didn't know that.
True story.
All right, Neil, he says George Jr. Agree or
100%.
disagree?
Oh my God. I could see the Washingtons naming their son after. So I don't know. Sure. Yeah. Let's say they did that.
That is incorrect. They did not have any children.
No
they
kids.
didn't have
No
any
kids.
children.
Oh, no.
So you don't
So
earn
sorry.
that.
That's okay.
That goes to the hug, and we go back to, that's what it says. Shane's giving me a look. Huh? No, George Washington had no children. Yeah, okay, there you go. Shane was very puzzled, but he's been drinking, and he hasn't had dinner.
Shane, it was the fictitious.
All right, Zoe, you caught a break there. Who would you like to go with? Oh, wait, do you have a picture? Wait, do you have a picture for us, Zoe?
I don't have a picture. I'm taking notes.
Oh, okay, all right. You're keeping track of the game. All right, Zoe, who would you like to go with here?
George, it's you and me, buddy. Let's do this.
George Ackles, ladies and gentlemen. George, I'm going to get right to it, George.
Do it,
George,
Bill.
George, another expert George Ackles question. George, which is older, the late Betty White or sliced bread?
I like the way you stressed it, Bill. That it's as though because she's the late Betty White, somehow she's become older. As a result.
Well,
like not when she was alive. Just to be clear, but it's grim. It's grim. You know, Bill, I'm going to go with. I mean, sliced bread seems like the obvious answer. So, but I'm going to go with Betty White. I'm going to go with Betty White.
Betty White is older than sliced bread. What do you say, Zoe?
I'm going to agree.
That is correct. She was born January 17th, 1922, and sliced bread was invented. It wasn't invented until January 7th, 1928.
Incidentally, Bill.
Yes, George.
I believe that's why that expression, that famous expression, was so short-lived. Which is, that's the best thing since Betty White.
It didn't really catch on. It didn't catch on, did it? I like that. Okay, so what's the board? Neil, strategic here. Neil, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna be strategic. Try to keep us here all night. I'm gonna go with Dave.
Okay, Dave Volpe. Dave Volpe. Here we go. We're gonna get right at it, Dave. Are you ready?
Ready.
How many sets of escalators does the state of Wyoming have? 2, 10, 5, or 7? The entire state of Wyoming. How many sets of escalators?
I would have
does
said
it
0,
have?
honestly. Because,
You think it's 0?
I mean, it's like fields in like Yellowstone National Park. I mean, do you go to an escalator at Yellowstone? Like, the Teton escalator. Like, I don't. So I'm gonna have to go with 2. That's what I would say.
2? You think there's only 2 escalators
I think there's
in the
only 2.
entire state of Wyoming?
I have been to Wyoming. There's only 2. Okay.
Not much there. A couple of antelope and a couple of escalators. He says 2, Neil. You agree or disagree?
I gotta disagree. There's got to be more than 2 escalators in that state.
There's only 2, and both of them are located in banks in the town of Casper. Okay, so you do not get that.
God damn it, Neil.
No.
You don't get that, Neil. So what do we got here, Shane? What do we got? Let me see where the... Okay, so he's got a kiss there where Dave is. Oh, you got it wrong. Oh, I'm sorry. So he can't... Okay, so Zoe, you can't just automatically get that. You have to earn it for the win of the game. Okay, so where do you want to go, Zoe?
Well, I'll go with Dave.
Dave Volpe. There you go.
Good girl.
All right, Dave Volpe. This is for the win. This is for the win, Dave. Big time stuff. Here we go. Dave, we go back to your expertise of music, okay?
Yeah.
Which city... There it is again.
Thank you, James. I need the thinking music.
Okay, Dave. Which city was the Austrian composer Wolfgang Mozart born? Vienna, Salzburg, or Graz? I don't know.
I mean, this is easy because this is my field. She's got a master's in music, and he was born in Salzburg. You can check that to the bank. Ask the bank with the escalator in Wyoming.
Salzburg, like Salt Lake City. He says Salzburg. What do you say? Do you agree or disagree for the game?
I'm going to say that I agree.
You are correct, Zoe. You are correct. You win the game, Zoe. That's it. You win. Yay! Yay! Oh, look. She's got a little...
I hope you drew 2 versions of that.
Zoe did a little self-portrait there. Shane, what do we have for Zoe? Oh, there it is. What do we have for Zoe there? The big wiener.
Right there.
And what do we have for Neil's, Shane? What do we have for Neil? What do we have for Neil tonight? Oh, little crying face.
Oh, Neil.
Neil, I'm sorry you didn't win, but Zoe, you win. You're the winner, and you have the most cash, so you are the winner of the $50 grand prize check from Scott Holmes Cabinetry in Antioch, Illinois. So congratulations. Neil, thank you very much for playing the game. That's all the time we have for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Bill, hey, let's take us out of here, Bill. Take us out of the game. Tonight's episode was unofficially sponsored by Fortaleza, the best goddamn tequila I've ever had. Just remember, folks, if the tequila tried to kill you, then I bet you didn't get you some of that sweet and tasty nectar that we know as Fortaleza. Would you like to appear on a future episode of North Hollywood Cubes? Simply send a self-addressed stamped envelope to the address listed on your screen, or send us a direct message at any of our previously listed social media accounts. This is Bill Holmes speaking for North Hollywood Cubes. Back to you, Bill. Bill, thank you very much. Hey, listen, everybody. We're all going to go to the cantina out in the parking lot and have a couple of tacos and maybe just a little bit more Fortaleza. If you enjoyed the show tonight and you'd like to help us stay just a little bit more drunk, you can contribute to the Cantina Fund by using the QR code at craptv.online. craptv.online. On behalf of all of the stars here at North Hollywood Cubes, everybody, good night. Thanks for tuning in. Good night, everybody.